Part of this video is sponsored by KitchenAid.
Over the past few years, Berlin's food scene has completely exploded. I grew up in the city and never ever has the quality and selection of amazing food from all over the world been this high. It's been a hot minute since I made a video with my favorite food spots, so I figured it's about time we made an updated guide for you guys. So today I want to share with you which spots really popped off for me in the past year so you can hopefully go and check them out in the coming one or simply watch me stuff my face with some of the best food Berlin has to offer. We're shooting in textbook Berlin winter weather today, but that is certainly not gonna stop us. Let's go. Most places I'll be showing you today are quite new, but we're starting off with a true classic. Behind me, we got Sarajevo. It's an institution, dare I say, a legend in the neighborhood, and they make incredible Bosnian-style cevapi and burek. Which one are we going for today? Well, it's 10:30 and I'm mighty hungry, so ¿por qué no los dos? What do I love about Sarajevo? First, it is best in its class. This type of food is actually quite underrepresented in town, I find, and especially in good quality. And I challenge you to find better cevapi and burek anywhere here. And two, while it's great to eat in at Sarajevo, all of the stuff fresh out of the kitchen is incredible. This, and in particular the bureks, are also incredible takeaway food. Just put it in a box, in a pizza box, and take it with you to a gathering or just home. It's good stuff. You will not be disappointed. And this is my Sarajevo order for the day. First of all, we got the most classic of all Bosnian dishes. We got incredible cevapi. The cevapi themselves are, of course, these finger-shaped, juicy meatballs. Although I don't think you can call them meatballs when they're shaped like this, but they are. They come with this traditional Bosnian-style flatbread, very airy, and these guys are griddled in the same fat and juices as the cevapi, so you know it's gonna be good. The classic sides are some mildly pickled white cabbage, some freshly cut onions, then we got a little pepperoni to keep it healthy, and then of course the two sauces that cannot be missing. We got ajvar, which is a pepper paste, and we got kajmak, which is sort of a creamy, buttery situation. I'm now gonna build my perfect cevapi bite. I'm gonna get a piece of that nice flatbread, add in some of our ajvar, two pieces of cevapi, some more ajvar, a little bit of onion, and then we top it off with some kajmak. Why would I ever want to go to the Balkans when I can get perfect cevapi right in my city? This is actually my first bite of food in the day, and it's already knocking me out. These cevapi are absolutely perfect. The meat is juicy and bouncy. The flatbread is succulent and soaked with all the flavors. The sauces are perfect. The onions cut through everything. This is as good as cevapi can get, guys. Next up, we got burek. And burek, of course, is some type of delicious filling wrapped in a super thin phyllo dough, which is then kind of like rolled into a spiral and then, of course, baked. And the result are these absolutely beautiful pies, which you can get in a couple of different flavors here. Look at the perfect layers, the juicy filling, and how everything is like baked to golden brown perfection. I'm gonna start with a bite of the meat burek. How can something that seemingly consists of only 2 ingredients taste this good? I'm gonna try a slightly crispier bit. I don't know how they do it, guys. They bake this to perfection. But we have plenty more flavors to try. Let's try a potato one. I know it sounds weird, right? You stuff dough with potatoes, but this is criminally good. I'm almost sure that the secret ingredient in this is some MSG, or some Balkan MSG, which I think is called Vegeta or Vegeta. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it tastes incredible. Now, last but certainly not least, we got the cheese-stuffed burek. I don't know what type of cheese this is exactly. It looks like some kind of like Balkan white cheese situation, maybe a little close to feta. It's so fresh. The cheese is a little briny. It's not too salty. A perfectly fragrant cheese wrapped in these ultra thin, look how thin the layers of dough are. It's a piece of art. I wonder if these guys make the dough themselves or if it's store-bought. And I almost believe it's probably homemade. That was a very powerful start, but I gotta stay strong and not stuff my face with everything because we got many more other stops ahead of us. And trust me, guys, they're gonna be good. We did not actually have to go very far because right across the street, a mere 20 meters away, we got this gem, Mr. Noodle Chen. Now, if you know anything about me, You know, Chinese hand-pulled noodles are my obsession. One of the classic videos on this channel is actually about my very complicated quest to make this highly sophisticated dish at home. Now, why did I go through all that trouble? Because fresh Chinese noodle, let alone a proper Lanzhou-style ramen, simply did not exist in this city. Little did I know that just a couple of years later, an actual hand-pulled noodle shop will open just about 10 minutes away from where I live. Walking distance, but does it deliver? Let's find out. I hear so much Chinese language behind me. I think probably half of the visitors here must be Chinese. And you know that means it's gonna be good. Now, what do I love about Mr. Noodle Chen? One, it's the authenticity. I hate this word, but I used to live in China and everything here, from the moment you walk in, the smell that hits you, to the menu, to even like the drinks you can order here, everything screams legit Chinese noodle shop. Two, you can customize your noodle shape here. You can go ultra thin, you can go nice and fat, you can even have wide noodles. Everything's possible here. These guys actually imported or invited real pulled noodle masters from China to this place, so they know how to pull off every noodle shape. There's even a triangular one, which I actually haven't tried yet, but sounds pretty interesting. And three, it's the refills. Listen guys, you can get free refills on your noodles, and I believe even the broth here, which is as crazy as it sounds. And this is my Mr. Noodle Chen order for today. Of course, we gotta start with the classic beef noodle soup. This is a Lanzhou style beef noodle soup, and this one tastes as classic as it gets. Of course, the star of the show are the freshly hand-pulled noodles. The guy's pulling them right behind me as we speak. There are slices of tender, slow-cooked beef. And I personally like to order my beef noodles with some Chinese sauerkraut inside. This one adds a really nice extra flavor. If you want to, you can top your noodles with a little bit of chili oil. Or how about a little shot of Chinese dark vinegar? Oops. Do not mistake this for tea. It will be a mistake you pay for bitterly. But let me start with a nice spoonful of that perfect slow-cooked beef broth. This is so sentimental for me. This takes me right back to China, where I lived in Beijing, right next to my house. There was a hand-pulled noodle place, and this is exactly what they tasted like. But the most important question is, how good are the noodles? This is absolutely perfect. Nothing beats the texture of a freshly hand-pulled noodle. The chew and the bounce are just so unique. Let me try a little piece of beef. I'll be honest, it's not the best I've ever had, but as a whole, it's perfect. This is one of the most comforting soups in the world. You guys need a palate cleanser? Because we got some cold dishes here. I love that you get a little bit of 3 different ones for a very reasonable price. So let's start with some of this. I believe this is like a quick pickled cabbage in chili oil. Cold, crunchy, refreshing, very good. Then we have all white people's favorite Chinese side dish, which is of course the cucumbers and vinegar and chili oil. Yeah, pretty good. Last but not least, some wood ear mushrooms. They have a very nice crunch. I'll say all of these are pretty mild. And I'll also be honest, the side dishes is not what I come here for, but they are the perfect palate cleanser in between. But if you come here, you must not miss out on this, the rou jia mo. These guys call it the Chinese hamburger, but I honestly think it doesn't really do it justice. Because I can guarantee you, this dish is at least 1,000 years older than the hamburger itself. We got ultra crispy, flaky layers of dough, and inside we have juicy and succulent pulled beef. With just a little bit of green paprika, which adds a perfect, nice little balancing note. Did you hear that crunch? The symphony of textures here is just spectacular. Super soft on the inside, super crunchy and light on the outside. Come here for the noodles, stay for the Chinese hamburgers. That's all I gotta say. And a quick honorable mention to the drink menu, which, as I mentioned, is just extremely authentic. I don't know where else in Berlin you could even find these drinks. I used to love them when I lived in China. Now I can have them at Mr. Noodle Chen. This is unsweetened white tea with a hint of orange zest. They don't make them like that here. I'm honestly ecstatic about the fact that we now have a Chinese noodle place like this in Berlin, and you know what? It's not even the only one. Mr. Noodle Chen is a chain with at least one more store in town, and we actually even have others. If you had told me this 5 years ago, there's no way I would have believed you. We're gonna move on to my next favorite food spot in town, and guys, it does not get more classic than this. I'm excited to share this with you after a word from this video's incredible one and only sponsor, KitchenAid. It's that time of the year again, the season of giving. And if you have a very special foodie in your life, or if you are the foodie, there is one gift that beats everything. This is the KitchenAid Monochrome Collection stand mixer in cast iron black. It's sleek, it's minimal, it's got this elegant cast iron look and a textured ceramic bowl. It looks incredible and it's a total workhorse in the kitchen. It's perfect to get creative in any season, and that of course includes the holidays. No matter what I'm making, I know I can rely on it. For example, one of my biggest kitchen insecurities has always been whipped cream. I've messed it up more times than I'd ever admit. But with the KitchenAid, it's completely fail-proof. And that means I get to play around and add a holiday twist, like sprinkling some ground cardamom and cinnamon into my cream. In seconds, you get this airy cloud-like Christmas whipped cream. It's perfect with Stollen or whatever your family eats for the holidays. If you want a premium foodie gift that's beautiful, genuinely useful, and will probably last you a lifetime, the KitchenAid Monochrome Collection is unbeatable. As always, you'll find more info in the description box below, and I would like to thank KitchenAid for sponsoring this video. Welcome back, friends. Now, everyone loves pizza, am I right? And in the past year, hands down, my favorite place has been Slice Society. It's a New York-ish style pizza place, so you can get a whole pie, but you can also get one or a couple slices to go. And that is exactly what we're gonna do. Okay. Check. Alles gut? What do I love about Slice Society? Okay, one, it's a New York style pizza. Berlin has had good pizza for quite a while now, but everyone has always been so hyper focused on Neapolitan style pizza. And guys, I get it, it's really good, but there's a whole other world of pizza out there. There's Detroit style, there's Roman style, even a Turkish pita if you want to count that. And then of course there's the good old New York slice, my favorite. It's a little bit chewier and definitely a lot less soupy than its Neapolitan cousin. Which brings me to two, I love the grab and go culture. No long sit downs, no dealing with waiters. You just order, get your food in minutes, and then you can casually eat it inside, or you can sit outside as I'm doing right now, which trust me, in the summer is just such a pleasure to do. In fact, around the corner there's a little park, a little pro tip from me. But without further ado, let me introduce you to my order today. Of course, we have to start with this one, the most classic of all slices, the pepperoni slice. And by the way, guys, look how New York this pizza is. You got a little bit of tip bending, but that's all. Did you see the drippage? I have it on my pants now. That is not actually extra grease. I asked for one of their kicks, which is like a little tiny upgrade you can get for each slice. And this one has been kicked or upgraded with hot honey, which I think is a great combo for a pepperoni slice. And by the way, AP, you gotta get a little shot of the undercarriage. I can't believe that we have this in Berlin now. The second you take a bite, that New York slice flavor hits you right in the face. It's something about the pepperoni. It must be like a signature mix. The crust is just perfect. It's thick enough to hold everything, but not even a millimeter, a micrometer thicker than it has to be. This is amazing. Also, look at that pepperoni cupping. This is how you know this is the perfect type of pepperoni for this pizza. When it comes to that hot honey on top, I think you don't have to do it, but if you like things a little bit sweeter, if you have that little sweet tooth, AP, I know you do, that's actually a good addition. Oh my God, and look, do you see those bubbles? This is clear evidence that this dough has been fermented to perfection and it's been baked to perfection. Now that is a real crust. I wonder if we have anyone from New York watching, because if we do, please let me know in the comments if this is authentic. And if it's not, I don't care, because it's delicious. Now this little drink is a little palate cleanser for me. These guys have homemade lemonade and they have homemade iced tea. Which one of the two is this? Well, neither. This is the half and half. It's half homemade iced tea, half homemade lemonade. Oh wow, that's a zesty lemonade. And really good iced tea. I'm actually surprised by this. It's the first time I'm having this drink. It's very good, so refreshing. Now, these guys have about 5 different slices to choose from. I tried them all, they're all good, but the one I want to highlight today is this one. This is their, I believe, a vegan slice, because this just has tomato and topped with garlicky breadcrumbs. Now, if you watch my channel religiously, you know I'm a huge fan of garlicky breadcrumbs. They make everything better. And also, you might see this little green topping here. That's the kick I chose for this slice, and that is a pesto sauce. I challenge you guys to try this. Even though it doesn't have cheese, this slice is not missing anything. The tomato sauce is so freaking fruity. They do top it with some olive oil, which adds richness. And then, of course, that extra garlic flavored crunchy texture from the breadcrumbs. This slice is immaculate. This might be the best slice in the entire shop. I mean, you gotta love a good slice of pizza, but believe it or not, we are just getting started. Did I mention I love Chinese food? I know I did. But the place right behind me, Prince, could not be further away from what we've had before. Guys, I'm happy to report Berlin finally has a dim sum place I truly love. Let me show you what I mean. It is not the busiest time of day here, but don't let that fool you. But now, what do I love about Prince? Well, first of all, it's not just quality Canto food, it's actually a very unique and interesting take on quality Canto food, because I know that their chefs and crew are not just from China or Hong Kong, they come from different parts of Southeast Asia. So for example, we have some Malay influence in this kitchen, which you will see reflected in some of the dishes we're about to try. And then two, you've probably already noticed, this place has a pretty stunning interior. You walk in, it's spacious, service is really nice, and honestly I just feel really good coming here. That said, one caveat, this is not a cheap place by any means, but you do get what you pay for. So the quality is definitely worth the money you have to pay here. But enough with the talking. This is maybe the meal I'm most excited for today. So let's go through my order. Let's start with this beauty. Guys, I've had siomai in this place before, but this is a specialty siomai recommendation of the kitchen. It comes in a truffle sauce topped with like caviar. So yeah, we really got fancy vibes going on here. I'm actually not 100% sure if this is gonna hit the spot for me, because truffles in Chinese food, I don't know, but let's try. Wow. There's so much going on. It's the most savory, luxurious bite I've had in a long time. This is quite something. I love their siomai. They have this perfect bouncy texture, which is how right away you can tell these guys use high quality ingredients, which I think especially with seafood is quite easy to tell. And this one is so rich and decadent, it's like almost too much, but only almost. These guys are just a testament to the technical skill that is present in this kitchen. These are like a certain type of taro dumpling, and just look at the striking, almost spectacular look of this. I know about these dumplings, which is, I mean, if you can call that dumpling, but these are so hard to pull off. The oil needs to have just the right temp, the batter needs to have just the right texture, and then and only then can you get this incredible looking bite. It's so delicate and fluffy. We definitely got some meat, I believe some pork, some shrimp, some veggies, so much going on here. You know, things that are crunchy on the outside and creamy on the inside, this is that times 10. There is no crunchier, flakier, lighter crust than this one. Impossible. And then the inside is just so creamy and rich. It almost just like melts in your mouth. This one is absolutely incredible. A textural masterpiece. Absolutely incredible. Next up we got this. This is called a chungfen. A chungfen is a super delicate rice paper roll filled with, with something, in this case, with shrimp. There's a reason I'm highlighting this. It might look simple, but this is actually very, very difficult to pull off. And as far as I know, this is the only place in Berlin that actually makes them by hand. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of that seasoned Cantonese style soy sauce. The food here is so good. I just need like a moment to comprehend. Once again, the quality of all seafood and shrimp in this place is simply phenomenal. I just can't get over myself. The seasoned soy sauce here, this is where it's at. Most cheap restaurants would just pour regular soy sauce over it. No, these guys do it right. I don't know what this city did to deserve this type of Canto food. Now, of course, they have a huge dim sum menu with tons of items that I could never order all of them in one sitting. But I also want to highlight that they do have a bunch of really interesting stir-fry dishes, which are not exactly on the same level as their dim sum. I think their dim sum is like across the board is really good. With the stir-fries, maybe a little bit hit or miss. I'll say honestly, some dishes are good, but some, like this one, are absolutely outstanding. This is a very special type of fried chicken that, correct me if I'm wrong, is a Malay-style fried chicken with shaved salted egg yolk on top, and it comes in like a buttercream sauce. Huh? I know it sounds unusual, and it is, but this is a fried chicken that I have never had like that anywhere. The savoriness from the shaved egg yolks is so good, and then everything gets like balanced with this creamy, rich, I don't know, butter sauce. I don't even know what this is, but it's so good. And this is definitely one of my top fried chickens in the entire world. To begin with, we got this guy. It looks very cute. You say chicken, I say Pikachu. More importantly, this is a very specific type of steamed custard bun. It's still liquid. Look at this. It's still oozing. It's this silky, gorgeous vanilla custard with a slightly sandy texture from salted egg yolks, this sweet vanilla-y, slightly savory filling, and then contrasted with that cloudy, fluffy bun. I can't. Now, last but not least, this guy looks really just unseeming, I would say, but this is a fantastic piece of Cantonese pastry called a pineapple bun. It actually has nothing to do with pineapples, so yo. Who of you expected a pork filling? Be honest, raise your hand, leave a comment. This sweet bun with a savory pork filling is actually one of the hidden gems of Canton cuisine, I'm gonna say. I love sweet and savory combos. This type of pastry, I have no idea where you would even start looking for this anywhere in Germany, in Berlin, if not here. Did I just get a piece of pineapple? I don't think so. But what if I did? I might have to ask the chef later. It is really freaking hard to get quality Cantonese food and dim sum on the table, and these guys are finally doing it right here in Berlin. Now, the menu is huge and there are so many items we couldn't try today, but if you ever come here, I think you will not be disappointed. Now, we got one last stop coming up for you guys, and you definitely don't want to miss that one. Once upon a time, Mexican food was really hard to come by here in Berlin, let alone good quality Mexican food. But then a couple of things changed. Taqueria El Oso did not only open and change the game here in the city, no. They even opened an even higher quality spin-off, and that is right behind us, Tacos El Rey. A place so good, the Mexican government actually invented a culinary prize just so they can give it to Tacos El Rey. Now, did I set the bar very high? No. I in fact did not set the bar high enough. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, now what do I love about Tacos El Rey? One, it's the absolute dedication to the only food they make, which is of course tacos. Every ingredient is immaculately sourced. The salsas are super fresh and absolutely unbelievable, and even the tortillas are always hand-pressed to order. Now, I don't think there's a higher level of taco than that. The second thing they do really well aside from tacos are cocktails and drinks, including this incredible frozen margarita. Packs the punch as well. And by the way, this is a mezcalita. All the good things from a margarita, but with mezcal, which is, by the way, one of my favorite alcoholic drinks of all time. Is this some chamoy? Tastes good. Muy bueno. Now this is my Tacos El Rey order for today. Let's start with this chicharron taco, which is of course topped with crispy pork and I believe pickled onions. Every time I'm eating tacos, I have to think about one particular quote that my grandpa dropped a couple years back. It's a classic.
Чуть-чуть надо повернуть. Чуть-чуть надо повернуть.
Скажи, пожалуйста, а рты в Мексике такие же?
This is so good, it brings me to tears. A corn tortilla only tastes really good when it's freshly made. And this one is so fresh. The seasoning of this unbelievably juicy and crispy pork is just spot on. Taco perfection. Or is it? Because we also have this one. This is a house-made chorizo verde, so a green chorizo, very special, topped with caramelized onions, and of course, I'm a big lover of the extra squeeze of lime. It just makes everything pop a little more. I want to destroy something. No! I need to destroy myself. I've been missing out on the best part, the little salsitas. First bite was already good. I don't know if I can handle the second one. That salsa has just the right amount of fuego. I love it. And it's not white people spicy. It's actually spicy. Let me do a quick little palate cleanser. I love the smoky mezcal. It's the perfect counterpoint to this. See, I only came here 10 minutes ago and I'm already having a blast. That's what Tacos El Rey does to you. You're just bound to have a good time here. Now, next up, we have this one and only classic birria taco. How could I come here and not order a birria taco? And by the way, they also offer a queso birria taco, so it's the birria with cheese. Cheese always steals the spotlight, doesn't it? Anyway, for the first bite, I am going to dip this, of course, into the consommé. You gotta love this. It's flavor on flavor, double flavor. Oh, so rich and beefy. I love that this is a birria taco that focuses on what it has to focus on tasting right. Not on looking crazy luxurious, but on tasting right. What would a taco be without some extra salsita? Love a good green salsa. That's a very mild one. Cuts through that birria richness so perfectly. Gotta love it. Now, the final taco of the day is, of course, this ribeye taco. This was something I had not heard of before I came to this place. And this is another crowd favorite. It's actually topped with a little bit of like guac, I believe. But that is still not enough sauce for me. I'm gonna add some of this deeply brown salsa. There's like a deep caramelly note, almost slightly bitter, coming from something. I think it must be the salsa. It's really good. These super thin pieces of ribeye are amazing. There's also some flaky salt on this, just for a little bit of salty pop and texture. So good. I will, of course, add a little extra salsa here. I really love how unpretentious this is. Like most Mexican restaurants in Berlin, they will do everything they can to just seem extremely Mexican. They're full of like superfluous decoration and all this stuff. But this place, it just focuses on one thing: amazing tacos. And they do it so well. I fully understand why these guys got an award. I will say my favorite taco in this joint remains the green chorizo one, but all of them are absolutely incredible. Now, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this epic food tour, if I may say so myself. What did you think of my choices? Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, and if you enjoy watching me walk around and stuff my face with delicious food, why not check out one of these videos up here? Cheers and see you in the next one.